So bleubricks by PropertyLimBrothers is back here in one of the youngest estate in Ang Mo Kio. Now we have a super high floor, 4-room corner unit with unblocked views with an awesome convenience with amenities, schools and MRT right at your doorstep. So follow me as I bring you on this home tour. Let's go. Welcome to the unit. So before we kickstart the home tour, let me share with you the facts. So we are right here at Block 591A Ang Mo Kio Street 51, completed in the year 2019 with a balance lease of about 92 years. There are a total of 248 units, all of which are 3 or 4 room unit types spread across 32 floors. So now let's take a look at the floor plan. Our unit right here is a corner unit standing at 93 square meters or 1001 square feet, belonging to one of the larger layout types. We have a very regular and efficient layout with living, dining, kitchen, yard, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a home shelter. So we have flexible floor plans so your rooms can be easily knocked down to make it bigger or to combine bedrooms. Our living room will be facing the south, our door will be facing the north. So the way it is set up is that the neighbours are actually sort of like a point block setup. So you actually have a very good, comfortable distance from your neighbours, that's one. And number two, because we're at a corner unit, you have a lot of privacy. You don't have to worry about neighbours walking by and peering into your unit. So if you are someone who really loves privacy, this is a unit for you. We're also away from the lift lobby, so there is also a reduced noise, if that is something that you prefer as well. Something that the homeowners have done when they first move in is to have cabinetry as well as storage spaces. So right behind this door will be your bomb shelter. They have also done up a privacy screen. So the flooring wise, they have chosen to use tiles that look a little bit like wood. So they are of a more premium quality. Over here, what we have is a very squarish living area. And what we like is that the living area and the dining area is actually segregated, giving you that separation of space, very functional. And I think what you really enjoy over here is the view, because we are actually on such a high floor. Your views are perpetually unblocked. Because we are north-south facing, the home is kept cool with year-round ventilation. A few things to note, within the estate there are 2 kinds of facing. Either you are facing the primary school or you are facing the unblocked view over here. We are one of the very rare few estates that's so close to the park. The park is actually quite hilly, so we are right next to it, so it puts us on an elevated ground, giving you that fresh air. Lastly, what you see is the views in front of us are good to stay because of the lower plot ratio as well as the low-rise flats that's currently in front of us. Over here at the living room, the homeowners have also extended the cabinetry spaces, so you also have that L-shaped cabinetry spaces starting from the door itself. On the left, you also have a TV feature wall with storage spaces for your storage needs. So what we like about this space is because it's squarish and bright. I think once you open the windows, you can enjoy the north-south ventilation. If you prefer, you can also remove this privacy screen. The homeowners have also done up the cove lighting and the ceiling fan for you. Heading on to the dining area, what we have here is a 4-seater dining table, and of course the homeowners have opted for a sort of like a see-through glass kind of concept over here. Now, one of the ideas you can have is actually to fully open up the kitchen so that you can have a kitchen island over here, and at the back you can actually put up cabinetry plus your inbuilt oven, toasters, nooks and corners for your pantry. If not, this setup is fantastic for those who enjoys interaction between what is happening inside the kitchen and what's happening outside, and also allowing a lot of light to and through the spaces. So what they've done up with the kitchen over here is cabinetry. It's very ample countertop space as well as a very comfortable width between the countertop. You do have your gas hobs here, your sink over here, additional cabinetry for the oven as well as your toaster. You also have space for your fridge. So if you find that you want a bigger fridge, you can just easily knock this down and then you can have a larger 2-door fridge. Now heading on to the yard, we love that this is where the east sun comes into the entire space to really flush out the moisture, keep the yard and the kitchen dry. Because there are no units that's right next to us, you get a lot of ventilation into this space. I think the wind flow is fantastic. If you prefer, you can also add on like a little door to separate the yard and the kitchen area. Before we take a look at the rest of the rooms, let's take a look at how convenient this location is. So if we were to pull up the map around the Ang Mo Kio MRT, there are 4 clusters. So most of the HDB clusters have a balance lease of 52 to 54 years. Then you have the younger estates with 70 to 80 plus years left, with floors ranging between the 25th to the 31st floor. And for estates that are less than 10 years old, you will only find it here. For the upcoming new HDBs in the area, one thing to note is some of the flats will be under the 10 years MOP period. Now in terms of amenities, we are in a superb, convenient location. All within 5 minutes walk, you have everything you need. So in terms of transport, we have almost fully sheltered walk to Ang Mo Kio MRT and Hub, as well as a future Ang Mo Kio Cross Island line. We are also fully sheltered to the nearest bus stops with buses that bring you to MRT stations and to CBD, Orchard and the east side as well. So if you are driving, fully sheltered to multi-storey car park, and we are also a short drive away into CTE, as well as the future North-South corridor once ready. Now in terms of malls and amenities, not only is Ang Mo Kio Hub so close to us, we are also fully sheltered to the Cheng San Court, where you have food centres, wet market, 24-hour Giant, bakeries, shops, and of course, if you cut through the HDB, you will reach there within 5 minutes. Now in terms of recreation, we will be one of the few estates that is right next to nature. We have direct access to the Ang Mo Kio Town Garden East Park for your strolls or jog. A short walk brings you to Cheng San Community Club. We are easily accessible to the Park Connector, which is part of the Central Urban Loop, and we are also a short 1 to 2 minutes drive to Ang Mo Kio Park. Now in terms of the schools, there are 9 primary schools with CHIJ, St. Nicholas Girls and Anderson Primary School within the 1 to 2 km range, and Jingshan and Teck Gee Primary School within the 1 km range. And if you have young children, you'll be glad to know there are more than 5 childcare centres in the vicinity. Now let's take a look at the first common bedroom. So what the homeowners have opted out is to change out the wall to a glass panel because they just simply love the interaction between the rooms. But if you prefer, you can also just easily reinstate the wall, put back the door, can be easily done. Alternatively, what you can do is to have like a bifold door that is of the same color of the wall, so that once you close it, it's as if it is an enclosed room itself. But once you open it, you still get that interaction between the spaces. So heading on in, you realize the space is fantastic. Right now, they only have study tables and about 4 panels of built-in cabinetry space. You can definitely see the size that this room offers. You can put a queen-size bed, you can have a dresser or study table over at that nook over there. Sometimes we do see recessed areas like this. What you can do is to put floating shelves, and that becomes very functional. Over here, we do have the same facing as the living room, south facing. Don't have to worry about the heat during the afternoon sun. Again, private facing, no one is looking into your privacy as well. So homeowners have also opted to put in the UV filter. Now let's take a look at the other common bedroom. This common bedroom itself has no built-in at all, a little bit smaller from the other one, but otherwise you can definitely already envision yourself either putting your queen bed here or your queen bed here. Both views are fantastic. You put a shelf or a wardrobe around this recessed area, plus a table over here, or even like what they've done, putting a table over there, you have sufficient space for your needs. As part of the renovations, the doors are added on by the owners. So let's head to the common bathroom. So the common bathroom itself, what the homeowners have done is the tiles for the floor, the wall. They've also added in the lights and the acrylic panel as a feature. And of course, you have the ventilation into the toilet. Again, this is the morning sun that flushes out the moisture. So if you prefer, you can also add on a bathroom screen. Welcome to the master bedroom. So you look at the size, you can also see how much space you can play around with. Right now, they have put in a queen size bed with an L-shaped 4 panels of cabinetry. What you can do definitely is to change this into a walk-in wardrobe. Have your cabinetry to become like a little sort of segregation of space between your sleeping area and your bathroom area. Alternatively, you can also have your walk-in wardrobe placed over here. So once you enter, this becomes your walk-in wardrobe so that you can also enjoy the view, and then your bed can be over this side. So there are plenty of options. What we love about the rooms are the private facing, how bright, and the north-south ventilation. So because you don't have west sun into this home at all, these rooms are always cool perpetually. What the homeowners have also done is cove lighting, they've done a pelmet for the curtains, and let's take a look at the toilet itself. So the toilet was redone by the owner as part of the renovation works. So they have done up tiles for the flooring as well as the walls, just like the common bathroom as well. Natural ventilation, this is where we get the morning sun. You also realize that the bedrooms are using actually vinyl overlay. So just to recap, we have a super high floor renovated 4-room corner unit with unblocked views, so close to MRT, amenities and nature. Feel free to reach out to our consultants for a viewing appointment. Do also remember to hit the like and subscribe button on all our social media platforms on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. I'm Zoe, bleubricks by PropertyLimBrothers. Always happy to show you the place. Because on unblock, okay, you actually get that cool year-round vent. So because we are north-south vent, okay, then let's head on to the dining. Okay, so now right now what they have is a 4-seater dining table. They have also opted, oh my god, oh scary. Before we take a look at the rest of the rooms, Yay!